Hello everyone. In this presentation today I would like to present you a small startup called System for Distance Learning of Foreign Languages. Distance learning is a global humanistic form of learning based on the use of most modern wide range of traditional, new information and telecommunication technologies and technical sciences. The main principles of distance learning are interactive action in the process of work, which deals with students provisioning students with ability of self-studying of the subject as well as consults in the field of research. The system of distance learning of foreign languages is designed to provide the user with access to educational materials for learning foreign languages at any time and in any place. The system provides an opportunity to organize a full-fledged educational process, including teaching aids, a system of monitoring and evaluation of students' learning activities, as well as other necessary components of the learning system. The peculiarity of the system is the use of additional technologies, such as natural language procession, to help students learn when performing various text tasks. The student will immediately see serious mistakes and will not have to seek advice every time. And such technology will reduce duration of testing, such as essays, and facilitate this process for teachers, as it will highlight the main issues in the text. The system has characteristics that liken and distinguish it from existing analogues, providing constant access to a variety of learning materials in real time. System is available not only from PCs, but also from mobile applications. Creation of different types of testing, with the possibility of using non-text materials. Introduction of full reporting on the results, progress of students. Statistic analysis of test results, courses. Organization of courses and classrooms for group classes. Creation of online and offline thematic forums, chats. Certification. Verification of text tasks using NLP technologies. The organization of the learning process has the following additional characteristics. 1. In the case of paid courses, the student is given a week of free trial. 2. The teacher modifies the curriculum according to the student's requirements for personal study schedule. 3. In case of non-fulfillment of the personal curriculum after 2 weeks of absent activity on the course, the student is excluded from the course. 4. In the case of free courses, in case of dissatisfaction with the material and the studying process, the student may complete the course ahead of the schedule. 5. In the case of paid courses, after the end of the probation, the student is still entitled to complete the course ahead of the schedule, but without financial compensation. The flow of language learning course in this system has the following steps. 1. During the course, student watches video lessons, listens to audio records. 2. The student completes the tasks for each lesson and sends them to the teacher. 3. The student consults with the teacher in case of questions about the tasks. 4. The student takes the test after each lesson. 5. The teacher checks the tests and transfers the student to the next lesson in case of successful completion, otherwise the student takes the lesson again. 6. The system checks text tasks. All these steps and the sequence of their implementation are reflected in the activity and sequence diagrams. As it can be seen from the sequence diagram, the system contains the following objects. Student, a system actor, the initiator of interaction, is in a state of constant activity. Web platform, a system object that is in a state of constant activity. Language course, a system object that is in a passive state until other objects put it into an active state. NLP, a system object that is in a passive state until other objects put it into an active state. Teacher, a system actor, is in a passive state until other objects put him in an active state. Implementation of the system of distance learning of foreign languages is realized in the form of a web server. A web server is a server that receives HTTP requests from clients, usually web browsers, and gives them HTTP responses, usually along with an HTML page, image, file, media stream, or other data. A web server is both software that acts as a web server or the computer on which the software runs. Clients access the web server at the URL of the web page or other resource they want. The key functions of the web service are 1. Authorization of users and their registration 2. Processing of comments and their publication 3. Online learning 4. Verification of knowledge by using NLP modules. The authorization module includes 2 scenarios. 1. The user is already registered and stored in memory. He only needs to log in. 2. The user must first register and then log in. Pages about language tests, which contain information about the site, and about tests available to determination of the language level. These pages are available for all users to view. The Language Courses tab appears only after authorization and the user opens a page with his profile and available foreign language courses. The page contains a user's account, which contains a profile with personal information, received messages, notifications, a drop-down menu with the latest courses, a database search panel, a drop-down menu with active user courses and the most popular courses. The web server allows to receive comments from users and post them on the site. The NLP module checks the written text, comments for example. More attention needs to be paid to testing knowledge with the help of the NLP module, which works with word processing. After entering the text in the answer box for a specific task, the student can check the text for certain mistakes. In this example, the test showed a mistake in the phrase, "to" thing is immediately noticeable, the mismatch of plural forms and verbs. And as an additional recommendation, passive states. This module can also provide recommendations for mistakes correction. After product development, testing was conducted, during which it was found that the system at this initial stage of implementation meets the basic requirements of the system of distance learning of foreign languages. Authorization and registration are successful. We tested the log out and found that it occurs automatically after exceeding of the time set in the program. After analyzing the previous works, as a conclusion we can say that the means of system implementation have been selected, and there has been created a software product that meets the requirements of the system of remote learning of foreign languages and supports the user interface. The current version of the software product is not final, as there is a list of not implemented system functions that are in the status of proposed and approved. One of the main features that make the system unique among other available analogues is the use of NLP to perform various textual tasks, for example, to check the grammar of essays written by students. The system also takes into account that such a function will not be able to be used during the examination or tests. From the perspective of the project, it should be noted, 1. Students of certain courses will be able to receive certificates, thematic or level depending on the type of course, which different companies will be able to accept as an option for advanced training additional abilities in the resume. 2. Organizations that gives out certificates of language level confirmation will be able to use the platform for computerized tests, distance learning courses. 3. Improving the performance of the NPL module. The last item includes the following options. Text verification will additionally have such items as punctuation, style, structure, plagiarism and others. The second option is an application in the form of speech-to-text for online lessons between teachers. This feature can be very useful, especially for beginners, who will be able to listen to a conversation in the language they are learning with subtitles, which will help them adapt to the sound of the language more quickly and start training. Thank you for your attention.